Why is it so hard for you and I to start something we know we need to do, but when it comes around to starting to do it, it's so much resistance that's blocking us? In this video, let's dive into why that is, what mental frame you can use to overcome that, and how it's completely normal to feel that way. The example I'll just give to open this video is just this channel of mine. You can go to the first video and see the reasons why I started it. It was very tough to think of what to say, which is even wild to say now, about 10 or so weeks later, now that I'm just doing videos off the cuff, off the dome, just scriptless, without a paper in front of me, and the only thing I'm keeping track of is the time, because I have a storage problem on my computer and I need to be able to make sure that I keep putting out videos. But now I don't even use scripts, and it's like, how? When I was in the beginning and the first video, the second video, and even the third video, it was so hard to just think of, what do I say? What do I talk about? What do I put out there? And how do I come up with it? And then how do I stick to it? Because that was my problem. I feel like this needs to be scripted, and that was the hard part about it. I felt like I needed to write something out on a Word document or a digital document and then follow it. And then the challenging part was, okay, I need to find out how to say it, or I need to find out what to say. Then how am I gonna say it? And how am I gonna look here and then speak, and then look here and then speak? Because my big thing was, I like eye contact though, and I like looking at this camera right here, and if I don't, I feel like that's gonna lose viewers, and if I lose viewers, then that means no one's gonna look at my content. If no one looks at my content, then what am I doing this for? You get it. So I was just encountering so much resistance, the actual typing out of what to say. I even honestly had to generate some topics on ChatGPT, which is not bad, but now when I look at myself and I'm doing it all, as I said, off the dome, I'm like, man, that was really just several weeks ago. So why that was because it was just not knowing. I just didn't know. It's just because of inexperience. That's it. And even I have monetized a few YouTube channels, so I'm familiar with the YouTube platform. There's no unfamiliarity with this, with YouTube.com and with everything related to it. Even though I had already known about, creating like a personal channel video and how people make channels using their face. If you're, watching this type of content, then you probably watch videos that are, talking head videos that are people talking like this and giving you advice and giving you tips and giving you lessons and different things like that. So I was aware of that. But even though you can research, okay, how to create a YouTube channel, how to start making a spoken YouTube channel, you can do all the research, but there's still going to be resistance and like, okay, but how? And the how that we're wondering is not, okay, what to do. It's how do I get going and how do I make it good? And a pitfall that sometimes befalls a lot of us is that we want it to be so good the first time. We want it to be amazing. We want it to be pristine. We want it to be top of the line, highest quality possible. And that's fine. That just shows our ambition. That just shows our drive. That just shows where we want to be and how we want to hold ourselves to a high standard. But we've also got to come back down to earth and understand that we're just currently in our obscurity era. There's not a significant amount of people who are watching your stuff at the beginning for you to care about how it looks that much. All that matters is, and all that people have subscribed to my channel right now for, is the words. The words. That's it. My face, my uncut hair, my white shirt, doesn't matter. I'm thankful, first of all, that I have what I have, that I have this great iPhone camera, that I have a MacBook to be able to edit on, and this shirt and this chair and this blue background. But even if I didn't, even when I started out with I started the channel, as I've talked about in other videos, when I didn't have this phone. Matter of fact, it's a very recent phone that I got. So I was just using this MacBook camera, which it's a good camera, but the 1080p on it, I mean, you just go back to one of my first 2 or 3 videos and then watch this video in 1080p. Both of them are in 1080p, but it's pretty clear the differences and how lighting works and all that. So it doesn't need to look that good, so we just need to break down those barriers of perfection, that honestly barriers that we put up ourselves, and just understand that this is an era in our lives of obscurity. This is an era in our content creation phase of ignorance. we're obscure to people, and people are ignorant about us because they don't know about us. As you keep creating, the need will grow for you to be able to expand to an office space or a studio, Lord willing, for a lot of us who are, just starting out right now. And, you're going to become that person who does the content so much that is necessary for you to eventually have the quality of camera or the improved office space or the improved sound system. Like even just now, you're listening to this video, this is coming from the iPhone camera. It's not the best, my iPhone microphone, I should say. It's not the best microphone at all. I don't know what happened to the Max camera, but it's all muffled and everything. So now I just have to switch the output to it being the iPhone camera, and it's kind of far away. It's farther away than the MacBook, and it's like, it still works. I'm still able to mess with it and do whatever, but again, break down those barriers of perfection and just do. So now that we've established that it's absolutely normal to feel this way and why we feel this way, a mental frame that I'll just recommend to you to help overcome that is just think of yourself as the hero in your own story. Imagine that you're in a movie, and I'm going to copy, as I've talked about a few videos ago, that segment from the Chris Williamson podcast, Modern Wisdom, with his Alex Ramosi interview this January that he uploaded. And what Chris said is, imagine you're in a movie.
And imagine the movie begins now, and you're the hero of the movie.
Yeah.
What would that guy do?
Yeah.
What would that guy do right now?
Yeah.
Because you are.
So do that thing. Alex mentioned a few minutes later that he wishes there was footage of 1997 Amazon. So it's not getting a lot of views now, but it's okay because they'll come back to it later. I don't know what I'm gonna build. I don't know whether it's gonna. I'm not even gonna hypothesize about it because I don't know what it is right now here in late 2024, and that's okay. I have an idea of what it's gonna be a few years down from now, but even though I have ambitions for maybe 5, 10, 15, and 25 years from now, I don't know what that's actually gonna look like. I don't know if Jeff had such ambitions or for Amazon or an Amazon type company at age 18, just as I am right now, but listen, at least I'm starting. But again, use that mental frame. You're in the movie. You're the main character of the movie. No, don't pride yourself in your everyday life as the guy who's in the main character movie. Like, hey, give me my order right now. Hey, give me my coffee. Where's my coffee? Or don't be abrasive like that. But in the things that you do on the way up, on the way to success, imagine that you are that guy in that movie for a movie that's going to be played someday for future generations to see, for, if you're a single person like me, your future wife to see, for your future children to see, for your future nieces and nephews, and for your future grandchildren to see, for the youth that might be unborn right now that are eventually going to aspire to be like you when they see content like this, and then they see you however many years later when you are where you are. By the way, make sure to hit the subscribe button below to join me on this journey on the way up, and be sure to like the video as well and share it with someone for whom you think these tips will be helpful for. Just future cast in your mind. Okay, I'm doing this now because I know they're going to come back later to see what I was doing. And I know I'm doing this now. I'm starting this exercise routine now because I know that I'm going to need to be this guy in the future. But I'm also going to look back and see that, man, this was such a struggle to climb up this hill for the first time. But now here I am able to just walk into the gym, whether it's 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. and do this. I'm going through that personally right now. So it's a challenge. It is an uphill battle, but I know it's going to be worth it. So future casting. That's it, my friends. Just future cast who you want to be and who you expect to be, so that you can come back later and see that, okay, I did this, and it's okay that not a lot of people are recognizing me for this, but it's okay because they're going to come back later when I've made it. They're going to come back later to videos like this when I've made it. It's okay that it's not getting this amount of views. It's okay that I have only a few dozen subscribers right now because they're going to come back later. And since you're in a movie, you're the main character. What would that guy do in the movie to start the movie? Because guess what? You're that guy. You're that gal. The movie's beginning. So turn on the screen and get going. I believe in you.